Well, hello everyone and welcome back. Apologies for the delayed video on the Rocky Patel Emerald. We'll be diving into that shortly. A couple things before we catch up this evening. Just wanted to wish everybody a happy holiday and a happy Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas. A couple things I've noticed in the past few days. We have certainly gained quite a bit of subscribers, and I just wanted to thank everybody for that. I think the reason we're getting more subscribers is because I've really been tackling the shorts and posting shorts and trying to get my channel out there. So if you're a new subscriber or been a subscriber since we started, thank you for that. Hopefully you enjoy the video. On that note, let's get to the nitty-gritty here. Today, as I had posted, I think it was Christmas Eve, I picked up the all-new Rocky Patel Emerald. It is a box press 6x50 Toro cigar. Pretty cool looking band on there. I really like the secondary foot band there. Prior to this, they only made this in a Candela. So that's like a green wrapper. Never really liked those. Never bought one either. So that's what we're smoking today. This is a Nicaraguan and Honduran binder filler, whatever, mix of stuff. Toro, okay. Take that back. It's a 6.5 by 52 ring gauge, so a little bit bigger, just a little bit. Alrighty, let's see what we're working with here. Love me a good box press cigar. The last Rocky Patel I believe we reviewed on the channel was the Dragon, the Year of the Dragon for 2024. And then we smoked the gold label, and that was garbage. There's that. And then here's the actual stick. That will have to do. So you can see a very nice box press on there. What seems to be a nicely packed foot. Fruity smell on it. It smells nice. It smells very nice. Very well packed foot, I have to give them that. And a gorgeous triple cap as well. Just going to use my Calibri V cut there. Come on. Alright. Perfect cut. Check out the draw. Bit of a snug draw for the box press. However, given that it's so packed, that's fine. If it becomes an issue as I start to smoke it more, I'll put a crown cut on it. And if that doesn't work, then that just contributes to the final rating. So all I'm doing right now, I'm just going to toast up the foot a little bit. All I want to do is blacken the foot. That's it. Just not easy to do when it's windy out. But we're in a garage, so we're fine. Alright, there we go. Very heavily packed. This thing is taking a solid second to light. Which is usually weird because when you smoke a box press cigar, you get that really easy, effortless draw, and there's a little bit less tobacco in it. Starting to warm up here a little bit right now. I'm just going to toast the foot. I'm not going to fully light it with this lighter. Alright. So most of that's lit now. I'm going to get it ready. Thin and wispy smoke. White pepper on the back of the palate and the front. Aroma's nice. A little bit of dark chocolate. That's it for now. Given that we just lit it, you're going to get that little bit of pepper on there. Totally normal. That happens with just about every single cigar. Santa brought me a couple nice things this year. Definitely got some nice bourbons to add to the collection. If you want to see that, I won't talk about it now, but if you want to get a bourbon tour collection, I can do that. So if somebody wants to see that, put it in the comments and I'll work on it. I know I've said it for the past 2 weeks, but I've been so freaking busy. I promise I have a humidor tour coming up soon. Just a matter of time. I think I'm going to give this a... Generally, I don't do this when it comes to box press cigars, but I'll give it a crown cut and see if that makes the draw a little bit less snug. Starting off with a pretty wonky burn line. It's starting to deviate over here, and then same thing on this side. Very firmly packed all the way up on all sides. Well, that fixed the draw issue. Tasting pretty much the same notes, so I'm gonna go smoke this down to the second third, and I'll see you guys here shortly. Hang in there. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. We are now in the second third of the Rocky Patel Emerald 6.5 by 52 ring gauge. I have to say it's pretty good. All of the black pepper spice and the upfront spice that I was getting in the first part of the cigar has now subsided. Definitely a medium-bodied cigar. I did a little bit of research. It has a Mexican binder and filler, along with Nicaraguan and then some other one I can't really remember. Excuse me. But the draw issue that I was having really wasn't an issue, it's just a little bit snug. It's fine. There's no issues with that anymore. Burn line and construction. It burns a little bit weird, but it seems to fix itself with no harm in that. As for tasting notes, I'm getting white pepper and pink pepper, definitely milk chocolate, a weird vanilla taste to it, and a little bit of green tea as well. The smoke is very sweet. It's syrupy on the palate, but when you blow it out, it's more of a thin and wispy smoke texture. Finish, probably mild, leaning towards minimal. Just this really nice overall sweetness in this balance of these other complex flavors I'm tasting as well. A little bit of graham cracker on it as well. Very tasty though. Price point of these is anywhere from $10 to $12. I got my stick for $10, not $12. And it's really tasty. I can't complain so far. I've had no issues. The only issue, the only thing, if I really want to be picky, is the burn line. It's just a little bit wonky, but you can see it's fixing itself right now. It hasn't canoed halfway down where I've had to touch it up, fix itself every time, and it's really not too much of an issue. But other than that, really enjoying the cigar. For $10, this might be another Rocky Patel hit. So hang in, and I'll see you guys in the final third. All right, folks, we are now in the final third of the Rocky Patel Emerald series. Not too much of a change here in the final third. Couple quick things. Burn line has been fine. Like I said, it's been correcting itself pretty much all the way through the entire cigar. As for tasting notes, it's becoming a little bit more pepper forward. It's not as sweet as it was before, but definitely still a good smoke for $10. Give me 1 second here and I'll give you a couple more tasting notes. Definitely a lot more smoke as we approach the final third going into it. I really like the way this wrapper looks. I think it's a Mexican wrapper. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it said. Tasting notes are still really pepper forward with that slight sweetness. Before it was really sweet. Now we have just a little bit of sweetness, lots of pepper. It's not like a spicy pepper. It's just like a savory black pepper to it. Nothing really else on the back of the palate. Just pretty basic. I'm going to dive into my final review here and we'll wrap it up here shortly. As I had said, pretty light draw and everything else was good. I did have to rose cut it on there, or whatever you want to call it, rose cut, cross cut, whatever. I did that just to loosen up the draw a little bit. Cigar, before I lit it, smelled fantastic. Fruit nut, classic Rocky Patel smell to the cigar. Definitely a heavy pack for a box press cigar, but pretty tasty. burn line was a little bit weird. It's still wonky around here. Seriously, it doesn't really seriously impact my final score, but if it had a better burn line, it would further aid to this final score. The burn line's going to come in at a 7. Not because I didn't have to touch it up, but the burn line is so wonky, it's just, I can't give it anything higher. Excuse me. And then flavor complexity, I'd give it a 7 or 6.5. It wasn't anything crazy. It was basic. It was just synonymous with every other Rocky Patel product. It doesn't have its own extremely distinct taste. It just tastes an awful lot like an ALR and then like the Decade mixed together is what it tasted like to me. My final score, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10, and that's pretty gracious if I'm being honest. The cigar wasn't anything crazy, but by all means, it's a $10 cigar, so you're not going to go break the bank. That's the nice thing about certain $10 cigars. You get to experiment a little bit with your taste. For $10, it's pretty damn good. Is it as good as I hate to compare it, but I compare it every time, the Roma de la Cuba Mi Amor. That cigar, I think it was rated number 15 or 5 of the year. That's one of my favorite cigars for $10. But other than that, it was a pretty tasty smoke. Wasn't anything crazy. If you see it in the store, pick it up, give it a shot. By all means, it was not a bad cigar at all. My only little complaint was the burn line. That's about it. I wish it had a little bit more characteristics to it, but like I said, nothing to complain about too much. For $10, I can't complain anymore about this. As I had said, there's barely anything to complain about. But I think that's going to conclude it for the Rocky Patel Emerald series. Hopefully, not the series, just Emerald. It's not a series, just the Emerald. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I am going to a cigar store right now to pick up a special cigar. We still have to finish the King Sargon series. I'm planning to do that soon. The final cigar is a little bit more expensive, so I want to space that out a little bit. But that cigar will be in the works, and then I have a whole bunch of stuff lined up. So plenty of videos to come. Hopefully you enjoyed your holidays and everything. Hopefully you have a good whatever, New Year's. If I don't see you before that, I'm sure I will be putting out videos before New Year's, probably tomorrow if I had to guess. So once again, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Definitely leave a like and a comment, much appreciated, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.